like I did my hair on purpose. I just took the braids out. So I'm getting ready to wash it. I never do this hairstyle. Since I never look at myself in the mirror, I do have, it's not all that great, but it's just the braids are out. I braided it up. Today's Friday the 19th. I don't have an appointment for the doctor, but they have a walk and I have to be in there a certain time. And, I'm trying to get up. This is gonna be, well, I see Scotland decided to stay with England, and it's funny because in our family, um, I remember one time they're having an argument, because Bojack was saying, "Oh, we're Scottish. We got Scottish someplace," and I think Edison O'Benson was saying that is British. It seems like they were both right, but I didn't want to say nothing because they didn't know nothing about those. South is notorious for being ignorant, and they do live up to it as much as they possibly can. It's like they go out of their way, and it's just such a sad city. I hate to be around these folks. Every time you're around them, they fucking with you or doing something trifling, and then they just call the cops. All they do is call the cops here. Call the cops here. This state in Mississippi State used to just pick up black people off the road and put them in their I guess their chain gangs on their little prison plantations. And they still have like what I call prison plantation. They got a pee for them. You come out, learn how to when you get done, you know how to pick peas. Okay. And let me tell you, anything alive, they have a hard time because somebody's like my avocado thing I have in the middle of my driveway. I saw the guy doing Roundup across the street. Well, anyway, I guess he sprayed the top of that plant. And but they always do shit. I mean, they always. I mean, this. I mean, they do shit. I mean, they whoop their kids, and I keep hearing them say, "I thank my mama for whooping me. I wouldn't be the person I be today." And I'm like, a fucking violent, narcissistic bitch think you can lay your hands on me for any motherfucking reason. You thank her for that. I like to go back in time and stop her from having sex to have your ass. You know what I'm saying? They might thank her, but the rest of us can't stand you. You know what I'm saying? Because you act like, you cannot explain something. You think instead of explaining, you want to put your hands on somebody. Or maybe my shoes is underneath your mama bed. Now, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Because I do shit different. Because I live alone. You know what I'm saying? And, everybody's like, oh, you need a man. You need a man. Like all our women, like the men around here don't have a job. They all want to move into it. Like this one lady over here that she done. I don't get along with the women over here because like they always do stupid shit. Like she came over right, and she a greedy, thirsty bitch, right? So I had beer up, and just like experiment, because like a person could drink themselves to death, and I was like, well, this fool drink herself to death. But I she started acting out before she could die and shit because I forgot that the bitch is a crackhead, and she's gonna tell me about how her daddy and all them raped her, which is very common with people that are doing cocaine. In actual fraud study was the use of cocaine in the sexual activity and heroin. So a lot of people, like a lot of scientific studies, they don't you know what I'm saying. I guess they figured ain't nobody read the whole article in the journal. I forget what. I think it was I don't know. It's an old one. He wrote a bunch of papers. But anyway, he was actually there was cocaine. So there's a study with people not on drugs. Yes, guys are more guys need nurturing from their mom a lot more, and cocaine and heroin will make them want to have sex with anything. But that's anything. They can have sex with a dead person, unconscious, inflatable doll, a hole in a tree. That cocaine and and stuff like that. And I mean, they even have ecstasy and stuff like that. But anyway, I don't even know. I just gotta get up. It's if I walk, it's an hour and a half. I was thinking about asking the old man Harold to take me. Very nice. She was on Harahan. and he's retired, and he's like, I'm retired, I want nothing to do. I'm not a taxi, I don't do it for money. But believe me, if I don't pay him, I don't blame me. This shit, costs money. You know what I'm saying? I'm a realist. But anyway, I gotta get out around these trifling, crazy people that they're so violent. And but I like living alone because they also know these, Christians, their thing is, oh, you slipping. They got like in New York, they had people that was still, and it wasn't like here. It's like, oh well, like they just steal from stupid people. So if they get caught, then you can make fun of them, like ha ha, you were doing something stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's all this shit. Not, you know what I'm saying? But I know people in New York, they like 5 or 6 generations deep. That's what they do. Seriously, criminals. You might want to call them gypsies, or a lot of them ain't so much gypsies as they was a prostitution family, and they done brag with almost everything, and and sleight of hand and all that. Because like the sex industry is a dirty, dirty, dirty industry. It involves like kidnapping, blackmail. Um, the church likes to get their kids under 6. That's what happened in our family, is that my Aunt Connie, she ended up in a Catholic school. Well, they said my great grandfather, they ended up killing him in front of everybody, and then my grandfather, they killed him in front of everybody, and like had got rid of the school, so like they burned their school down. They still have the church down there in Byhalia on Fairview Road, but in the school they did, so they'd make you go to the white schools. Destroy the whole female nurturing concept with a bunch of propaganda bullshit. But anyway, they marched the I guess this was Protestant, so we're supposed to be Protestant, something with that British thing. Now I have nothing against the British. I quite admire Russell Brand for his ability to overcome all his substance abuse and stay relevant. And plus, I enjoy listening to him. He's very interesting. And there's a few other Brits that I find very interesting. Um, you know, but I really don't see that. Then I don't really see it at all. Except for maybe the big head. Yeah, there he is. There's the British look. Oh, took me all night to do it. I'm getting ready to wash it and wet it. But it did look like first I'm ready. I was like, wow, this looks like a hairstyle. But anyway, I'm just gonna wash it. My I have to wash my hair every 3 days. It's I don't know. I remember back when they first started ruining black people's hair. They were like, was it like in the '60s? They were like with the perm, only wash it once a month. Trying to keep the perm to stay longer than 4 months, considering that the chemicals they just deteriorate anyway. So it doesn't matter how many times you wash your hair. Unless you have the neutralizer, then it might count. But without a neutralizer, my mom would always say, "You're washing the perm out." So anyway, I stopped doing it. I stopped perming or whatever. Cause my mom was like, I guess she stopped talking to me somewhere around 8, and then the next time, actually, she really had a conversation was like 2001. My dad died, so but every once in a while she come in, yeah, 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 and that's about it, and then she'll leave the room. Why are you washing your hair? Or Karen! And that was like the extent. And like I remember one time I called, right, and because like all my other friends like Marshall, they have to call their mom every 3 hours. So anyway, we were somewhere and they're like, well, call your mom. So I called her and I said, and I never used, I didn't use phone or watch TV or anything. So so I go, Karen, and my mom goes, Karen died, and hanged up. And I'm like, oh, I turn around like nobody's home. I can't have a conversation with my mom either because she's like anything I remember. And I try to have a conversation with her. That didn't happen. You're alive. she grew up in Mississippi. With the church and what they did to her was criminal. But anyway, going back, so they still have since they still have the plantation, they still have this mind. Like, it's like you would get picked up in, like, maybe your mom, like back in the 50s, the mom would be like they didn't want to believe that the white people were unfair. They wanted to believe the propaganda that, that I guess they were Al Capone running alcohol and trafficking children. And like, if you got money, like, say, like, you go to the titty bar over here, like a lot of, like, I see a lot of rich black people do. You get in the titty bar with the sexual thing, what they, and you go with one of the prostitutes. That's where the black belt embezzlement comes in. If they, you know what I'm saying? And if you got any kids or anything, and, like, even if you think you're hiding your behavior from your kids, the kids, you can't. So, um, uh, the kids are just, so anyway, the kids are always in danger because they like to use the kids to get you, like, say, like, for example, your kids start having sex, right? Say your kid's 15 or 16, right? And they film it. They'll, like, they might show it to you, to the parent, and actually your normal reaction to an X-ray, it should be like first not to look, and then, like a scary movie, and then gradually look. But a lot, I see the guys here, they start going like this. That lets me know that some man or a woman pulled their hands down and said, "You better look, you better see this." You know what I'm saying? Because everybody takes in stuff their own time. But when it comes to your own child, your natural act will be to, to look away. It'll be hard for you to overcome your being a human at that moment. But it's not hard to leave your human, because these people walk outside of being human and having humanity every day. So once you do that, right, and what's the worst thing in this neighborhood? The worst thing that could happen is for you to have a child. That's what happened with my mom. She's married to my dad. I mean, because then everybody knows she has sex. Because that's like, you know what I'm saying? So then now you're a whore and all this and the main thing. So anyway, um, so there's, anyways, so all I know is it's a sick fucking city. I gotta go to the fucking doctor's office and be around these fucking bitches. And I promise you, people that got whooped, they're very violent, they're very hostile. They don't like somebody that doesn't go along with the propaganda program. All the guys, everybody's like, well, you need a man, you need a man. You know, so what do I need a man to be? To come up in here, don't pay no motherfucker bills, expect me to buy him clothes, shoes, and his food, and if I don't, he beat my ass. What type of shit is that? Oh, that I was gonna tell you about that girl. Anyway, after she was telling me all this shit, she got Lamar. Now Lamar has sex with Aunt, Vern, Larry, James. Anyway, there's like a little gay gang, if you want to call them. They're all in their 60s, 65s area. Well, anyway, 5 years ago, Lamar, was, anyway, she let him move in with him, right? So he was supposed to be mowing my grass. So she was thinking I was having sex with him, but she doesn't know. He just moved in with her to have somebody take care of her. And so anyway, she's testifying how she got raped and all this stuff to me. And I was like, let me see how much she drinks. I mean, the next thing, and so she asked me about something about my personal thing. And, the only, I'm like, where your son at? And the only reason I have a misunderstanding with my son is because the girl that he has a baby with, she thinks I'm a witch. But anyway, that's neither here or there. I mean, like, she thinks I'm a real one. She crazy. But anyway, so that's it. So anyway, she was going off. She just went off. And so, like, like, she knew I had some more beer because I poured it all in my one cup. I'm like, fuck this bitch. I'm getting ready to go up to the store because she's getting all violent. She's getting all hostile. You know what I'm saying? And see, they want you to feel sorry for their fucking story, right? You know what I'm saying? But, like, my story is stupid. I'm fucking crazy. I don't got no fucking issues. Yeah. Okay, bitch. So, and she kept waiting for me to bring this, throw that shit back at her. But it's sad. It's sad that she got raped continuously as a little child. And then when it got brought to her mom's attention, her mom beat the fuck out of her for, I think she was like 9 or 8, allowing her dad to rape her at 9 or 8 years old. I mean, I can pick up some 9-year-olds, and just carry them any fucking place. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, but like it's the child. You know what I'm saying? You have to blame the victim. So she one of those that got blamed anyway. So she did. She was still living with her mom, and her daughter ended up got to a certain age, about 13, and her brother raped her and got her pregnant. Well, anyway, her daughter relocated to Memphis as soon as she got old enough to get the hell out of there, or whatever. And here, her mom followed her, and the daughter ain't let her stay with her, so she had to get her own place. And I'm thinking that the daughter did the right thing. She's the only one that broke that tradition of incest, you know. And but anyway, her daughter child came out with Down syndrome, with some type of birth defects caused from, you know, having, being the third generation of the same people. Anyway, let me get ready to go. I just don't want to go out there. Let's see. But anyway, I gotta. Oh, and I'm gonna go back to cooking. It's just that I've been working on my house. I want to show you how to make salmon croquettes. That's always been a staple here. For I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for salmon and rice. I made meatloaf. I made a little. I might show you the meatloaf, and like when I come back for lunch, show you what the plate I'm gonna make. But I definitely want to show everybody how I make my salmon croquettes. It's very simple. All right, I gotta go take a shower, and throw something in my stomach. I guess I decided I'm gonna walk an hour and 20 minutes up there because I don't. Sometimes it's difficult because I know I'm gonna have to be dealing with folks, and I like the last time I was up there, some lady, she just slapped the fuck out of her child for no reason. And when you try to have a conversation with somebody about it, I'm like, she just slapped the fuck. Well, what did the child do? The child was like 2 years old. Shit. Actually, as far as I see, the child was reaching up to get a fucking hug from the mom. But you can't say, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I'm like, that's fucking child abuse. Your mama didn't hit you. I'm like, fuck no. I wish that. Bye.